Nigel, are you left wondering how you've not got something from that one, given the chances your side created?
Definitely. They've had a couple of situations over the course of the game. We've controlled it for long periods, and a bit different to last year, where I thought we had a lot of control in the game. We created chances this year, and good ones as well in situations, and should have took one away. Just one bit of quality they produced, and we couldn't find it today. But general performance and general play, attitude and approach to the game, how we want to go about it home and away, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, they scored after 6 minutes, but prior to that you started well and had 2 opportunities of your own.
Yeah, even in the first 5 minutes, and I think there's a very, very good shout for a penalty. There was a bit mixed message actually, because the fourth official told us that he'd played the ball. The referee denied that at half time and said he never said that. He said there was contact but not enough for a penalty. Now, when you're running at full pelt into the penalty area and somebody gives you a little nudge, that's enough contact in the penalty area. And this is one thing again that I don't think referees understand. So the fact that he admitted there was contact, but he didn't think there was enough. Not very happy with that at all.
In the remainder of that first half, your strikers got into some good positions.
Yeah, we did. We put a lot of good balls in the box, and I think it was us controlling in the game and pressing. We're just looking for that really good pass, cross or whatever, but it was in the second half I think where we really ramped it up. Ended up hitting the bar twice, and just I think Aaron Lewis got into a good position, just didn't quite link up with Fraser Blake Tracy, and Hiram Boateng had a good chance to play somebody through. Aaron thought he scored with a rebound when the goalkeeper made the save as well, so unbelievably close to getting an equaliser, and maybe even then going on winning it.
Just back to the first period, your goalkeeper Christy Pym had to go off after half an hour. What was the problem there?
He sort of landed awkward on his shoulder, neck, whatever. His whole sort of head was hurting, I think. So no problem with Scott Flinders coming on. He was magnificent as always.
Your side played so well in the first half. In the second half, you ramped it up even further. At the break, was it just a case of do more of what you did in the first period?
Yeah, the only thing we can't control is that final pass. We can get into the situations, this is how we want to play to get to that point, and we can't put the ball in the back of the net, and we can't control that final cross or pass. But our approach work and everything between the 2 penalty areas was brilliant. We seem to be settling into the formation, which is good, getting the 2 up top and keeping them up there. It's interesting when they play the 2 up and one drops off onto the holding midfielder. We try and keep the 2 up there to occupy the centre halves. Just want our centre halves to take a little bit more responsibility on the ball, but I think that'll come. It's different when you're in a 2 in a centre backs. You can play to your full backs a little bit more. When you're in a 3, you have to go with the ball. You have to take it, especially the wide ones, and try and create.
Was that your golden period in the second half? Round about 64 minutes, Lee Gregory rattling the bar, and then a minute later, Will Evans striking at goal. Good save by their goalkeeper down to his right.
That was it, and that if we get a goal back in that few minutes, there's a fair chance we could go on and win the game, but not quite our day. Certainly not for the lack of trying. But very, very encouraged and enthused by the way we've come here and performed again today. A bit of a deja vu, having played well here last year. We don't seem to get a decision here or anything go our way, certainly. But hopefully that'll change in the future. But in terms of performance, absolutely brilliant. Can't ask anything more from the 15-16 players that took part today.
Was the final chance the best one from Ben Waine, the header?
Probably. I think it's a great cross, and he's almost headed it too well, I think. Anything on target or down or anything, I think it's in the back of the net. But it's difficult when you do come on as a sub for the last 10 or 15 minutes when that one chance does present itself. But I see Stephen Quinn had a great one at the far post as well. He volleyed over numerous efforts today, and should have got at least one.
In terms of approach play, the bottom line, you couldn't have asked for much more, could you?
No, just a little bit more from our wing backs, I thought, as well, and our outer centre halves in terms of creativity, but not really there for that, as they're more for defending. But when you find yourself in the ascendancy as we did, then they have to adapt and say, okay, we need to go and do a little bit better putting crosses in and creating, because we're in good forward positions most of the game.
You've got a bit of a break now. What's the plan?
Yeah, a few days off for the lads, and then back in. Honestly, can't wait for Bristol Rovers. I wish we didn't have a break now. I wish we were going to Orient next week. But 2 weeks' time, Bristol Rovers at home. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Pleasure.